Hey everyone. So I finally got to do Clash of Wills, and I know I'm kind of late to the party here, but I actually wanted to have Ling and Louise at EX+2 to do this properly. So I did spend 6,600 lapis today to get there. Still not sure whether this is worth, but here we are. I also like Ling anyway, so that was a given. But yeah, this is the team. I'm at 15 out of 15. I am showing the mods I used for this at the end of the video if you're interested in that. And by the way, there might be a bug where this morale gauge actually is higher. So if you're seeing that you are at minus 3000 morale gauge, you can just go back. Oh, these are these modifiers, as you can see. Manage party, and then you have to remove your Esper and repick the Esper, because if you don't do that, you will start the fight without any Espers. This is an Esper bug. I don't know who thought of this, but that's the way around it. All right. So yeah, the team. Let's check out the gearing. Elena starting in Brave Shift. She's wearing a lot of resistances, as you can see. Everyone on the team needs at least 50 or, yeah, 50. So we are at 150. I gave them a little bit more than that. Also, everyone on the team has very high bulk, as you can see. So these are her abilities. She's on Pure Lotus. I didn't need that. And Paris's vision card. This is her base gear, a base form gear, where she's actually going to do some damage. And she is at, let's see, 250 fairy, 275 human. Next up is Nyx, base form, lots of bulk. I gave him the Clash of Wills helmet for another 50 morale every turn, which is kind of sweet. He's also passive provoking with double Moogle Charm, which also provides a lot of resistances in the process, which is pretty sweet. He's got a lot of resistances and bulk too. And yeah, in his Brave Shift, he is totally geared for LB damage, as you can see. Lots of it, in fact. And Human Killer and Fairy Killer. These are the abilities, and he's using Arden's Vision card. So he's at 200 human, 125 fairy, but 300 LB. I haven't found a way yet to do this properly on him, how to get more fairy and more fairy killer, etc. Because I am kind of locked to using swords and daggers, because I'm using both 25 and perils. So that's a little bit harder to do with human and fairy killer, because the only fairy killer weapon is sadly a spear, and most human killers are katanas, so that's kind of unfortunate. I could use Arden's STMR, New Vision Arden that is, but as you will see in a second, both of them are on Noctis and Arden. So having 3 of those would be ideal here, but I'm not that wily. Alright, next up is Louise, base form, a lot of SPRs. She is at 1.8k, so that is a lot. She also has the necessary resistances. Let me give you a closer look at that. These are her abilities. She's using obviously her own vision card. And in her Brave Shift, she's using double +4 Trust Master of Horrors. Lots of gearing, her own STMR. Man Eater, Spirit Eater, she's on Behemoth, so that also already nets her 300 to both. And yeah, she's got also Oerbos Boon. So Oerbos Boon is actually a very clever thing, because that always allowed me to go for the most risky play. So yeah, 300 human, 300 fairy, perfect. We're not using her LB, so that's fine. Alright, next up, Ling. She is built for lots of bulk, as you can see, with a lot of HP. These are the abilities. She also has Dragon's Brush and Call of the Wild to fill LP gauge rather quickly. She's using a materia for resistances too. We needed that. And yeah, these are the abilities in her Brave Shift. Now I probably could optimize a little bit more damage here, but ultimately I forgot in the kill video, I forgot to check the damage chart, how much she deals, but it's probably 5 to 6 digits, so totally irrelevant. If I ever found a way to incorporate what's it called, Louise's damage, triple bolting strike and her grandest, I could actually gear her Brave Shift for pure damage, but I haven't found a way yet. So we'll see about that. Oh yeah, these are the abilities. And the vision card. Noctis, base form, lots of SPR, he needs that badly to survive the non-elemental magic attack on turn 2. So these are the abilities, and just in case, he also has guts, but I believe he has innate guts anyway. The abilities, his own vision card, and his Brave Shift, full DPS, obviously, as a Dragoon. So he's at 250 human, 275 fairy, 800 jump damage. Yeah, looking pretty good. And Arden, base form. I don't need Judgment Staff, honestly. I am just using this for more SPR. He's at 1.5k. Other than that, lots of bulk. He's on Calamity Border. Calamity Border is MVP in this mode as it boosts morale gauge significantly. And he's using Noctis' vision card as well. Here's the resistances, but we only technically needed ice resistance. I could forego the rest of it, honestly, because we are actually defeating the boss in one go. If I had more EX levels, I could go for more HP, and then this would be absolutely warranted, but as of now, I don't need that much resistance. And a Brave Shift, pretty much like for like with Noctis. But he has the upside, he has 300 human killer and 275 fairy killer. So yeah, he's a little bit easier to gear for this fight, and 800 jump. And I'm super interested who deals more damage. I forgot to check this. That's my fault. Apologies. But yeah, so much for the gearing. Let's enjoy the actual clear video. Alright, let's see how we fare. I'm still trying to figure out how to actually get the chain to work, because this is the most annoying part about this. Alright, so turn 1, Ling is going to Brave Shift. Triple Blithe Step, Moving Dance, Blaze of the Phoenix. Louise, Fire Gear. Yeah, Modified, Tactical, and Ionic Fire Blaster. Elena is going to Crystal Refragmentation and Protection of the Azure Crystal. Okay, both Noctis and Arden Brave Shift. And they are going to do their cooldowns. Arden can't use his Dark Imbue, by the way. That's a bad idea all around. So let's do some breaks. And full force. And let's do this stuff. So we should be at 108, 105, I don't know, got the number, or 104, 107, that's perfect too. So Noctis and Arden gonna take a lot of damage now, but they'll be ultimately fine. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Okay, let's have Ling shift back, triple Blythe step, transcendent performance, and the last one is actually a free use. So I'm gonna use refreshing 12 to heal heal HP. Okay. Elena is going to Beloved, Legendary, and Blessing. Louise is going to Modified, Diverse, and Double Ionic. Actually, I don't need to. So Power Boost still happens, Fire Power happens, has to happen even. Diverse Arsenal and Ionic, that's the way I want to do this. Nyx is going to... Oh, I have to sneeze. That feeling of being about to sneeze. Bone Crusher, Firm and Full Force. We need to re-break the boss. Noctis shifts back and uses his modifier boost. Arden shifts back and uses Calamity for more morale gauge. As you can see, this one fills it up a lot. And let's do breaks. Of course, the boss is going to hit us very, very hard this turn. There we go. Oh, that wasn't even that bad. Oh yeah, I took away the attack and magic increase, so that's laughable damage. But instead the boss now has more resistances. So we'll see if I can still cap this. Yeah, Ling is brave shifting again. Triple, Blythe step, Blaze of the Phoenix. Oops, that's wrong. So Blythe step, Blaze of the Phoenix. Last one's up to me. And I do one more morale gauge, so I'm using moving step. Elena is going to Beloved, Legendary, a Thermite. Noctis is just going to use a little bit of damage and stuff. We'll have Arden use his modifier increases. Louise will incapacitate target. Diverse Arsenal. We need heavy firepower and power boost. Now, because we are not in danger anymore of dying here, or being close to dying, I can be a little bit more relaxed with all of this. So let's do breaks and full force. Let's wait for Louise to finish. Alright, and let's do the rest of the team. So how much do we have? 164, perfect. Alright, here comes the glacial needles. We don't care about that. No damage taken. Looking good. Ling brave shifts back. Blythe step. Transcendent performance. Disarming movements. Elena shifts back. Speed of light. Way of the Aurora. Piercing prism and crystal refraction. The last two are 25% sword in peril and 130 light in peril. Louise, brave shifts. Fire starter, disarming, shielding, repairing. Both Arden and Noctis will now jump. Warp strike. And retribution. And Nyx has nothing to do, but he's not allowed to not do nothing. So he's just gonna use full force 3 times. And both Noctis and Arden jump up in the air. We're at exactly 180. Perfect. So here comes the damage, but we're ultimately fine. Okay. So let's Brave Shift Louise. She's going to quad cast Virega. Triple cast Virega plus fire. Louise is going to disarming, neutralizing nanomachine. Next Brave Shift. Limits. The limit burst summons a 25 light imperil field for the enemy. And Elena is going to Blade of Salvation twice, Piercing Prism. And let's hope that the macro doesn't break. I need to actually land both Dragoons at the absolute end. So this is going to be very clutch. Let's also use all the cooldowns here, the morale cooldowns, Resolute Will, Resilient Will. So 5k barrier, 300. Technically it says 400, but it's currently bugged. It's not 400. And the same applies to attack magic, but let's still do it. It's better than not doing it. Alright, let's start the chain. The chain starts with Ling and Louise, and then once they reach 24, I believe, Nyx and Elena follow up and continue. Let's do that. Oh, I see they are starting a little bit earlier. Anyway, let's hopefully not have this break. This seemed to have worked. Okay, let's check the damage then. Oof, 1.929. But we got the chain score, so that's pretty good. I guess I can actually cap this if I take off the resistance buffs. But that's a new high score for me, definitely. Rank 50. That looks good. Alright, but I think I'll leave it at that. The strat won't change at all. Oh, by the way, these are the modifiers I picked. So these 4 and these 2. What I could do to cap damage is take away the elemental resistance and go for attack and magic boost. I would lose 5 percentage points in scoring, but I believe for the general consensus, it should be better if I did that, just because my score would be higher. I would definitely cap the fight, and capping should net me a higher score. But I did this, and yeah, that's how I went about it. Now, I will probably run this one more time and pick the attack magic boost and see how I score, but the fundamental way I do this will not change at all. And sadly, this is the best I can do because I'm locked to EX levels. That's the pity of it. I would need so much more shards. I can't even EX plus 3 Arden because I'm 200 shards short on him. So that's too bad. Or 150, I think. I got one last time. So I need 3 more Arden, I need 4 more Ling and Louise. Yeah, that's a little bit pricey. But yeah, that's it about the morale battles. Maybe I will actually do the reclear right now and upload the other video if I cap that. We'll see. But anyway, thank you all for watching. See you later for the general guide to morale battles or Clash of Worlds. Bye bye.